I got a little treat. I kind of like this poem, and everybody I read it to, they kind of like it too. And you know, poetry is so beautiful because it's something that you can always, like, you know, you can make sense out of things that go on in this world, and to allow someone to be able to, like, verb or speak what a lot of us are scared to even utter. See, a lot of us are scared to think what few are scared to speak. There's not one weak bone in my body that's scared to speak anything, especially because it's called freedom of speech. But you don't use your freedom of speech to downgrade somebody. But if that somebody is coming in the way of righteousness, or, you know, in the way of they themselves decaying the Constitution, well, then we got a different story. You know, it's like NASA, we have a problem. You know, I only speak because I believe, you know, that more of us should speak, and that we should, like, sharpen each other. We should steel sharpen steel, man. I don't run into many people out there in that world that's trying to educate me, man. You know, but what I run into is a bunch of people laughing. Everybody laughing like everything is funny. Everybody is just laughing all day. Don't want to look at no history, and everything they're talking about is a mystery. You feel me? So I find it very offensive to laugh all day, and every time I look at you, you're cutting up on some bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm looking like, okay, you're coming, but you look better going than coming because you ain't saying nothing as you're walking up. The only thing I can really even hardly wait for you to just keep on walking by, because ain't nothing gonna come out of their mouth, most of them, that's gonna educate me. I can't pass none of my grandchildren on some laughter. We don't live in a time to be laughing right now. Donald Trump ain't laughing. Cruz ain't laughing. Feel me? Ain't none of them dudes up there laughing right now. Fiorina ain't laughing. And I don't really see Hillary laughing, unless she's laughing about that bullshit they throwing at her, like some old email server, some bullshit. I mean, I don't see Bernie laughing. Hell, I don't see anybody laughing right about now. I don't see too many people laughing about nothing. And I know ISIS damn sure ain't laughing. And wasn't nobody laughing when they bombed them Twin Towers. Wasn't nobody laughing when they went over there and shot up Paris. You know what I mean? Wasn't nobody laughing then. They wasn't laughing at the Federal Memorial Building. You know what I mean? They wasn't laughing when they bombed Boston over there at that marathon. You feel me? Wasn't nobody laughing then. What the hell you laughing for now? Maybe if we stop laughing a little bit and start paying more attention, we can see those that look like they're up to something. Because if you're always laughing with somebody, you can't really get a good read on nobody. There's nothing wrong with comedy, but don't let that just override and be the dominant force in your entire life, because life is more than just a laughter. Check that out. We came in here crying, but now everybody's laughing? Really? Okay. Anyway, this poem is a piece of work that I put in, right? It's about the economy, not to knock it, but, you know, to maybe somebody can hear it and understand that this economy needs help, and we don't need a decayed constitution and people tripping and laughing all day long. But it goes like this. It goes like this. It's called Capitalism Suicide, all right? Capitalism Suicide. The hope, the promise, the dream. To witness the dream of king. To live in the place of freedom and justice, but the scheme of big business is horrendous and sunless. The torture of the system of economics. The whoredom that depicts this land has been sifted. She's a communist, Mass is a capitalist. So the obvious interest is to bloodsuck its inhabitants. The thugs buck any possible combatant. The drug trucks feed the addicts. The public is savagely ravaged. The money is mismanaged. From the greed of the bandits, the masses panic. Who can stand it while the wealth is shifted overseas? The American heart bleeds along with his knuckles and knees. The soul of this nation grieves and breathes the same-sex ideology. Taxes is highway robbery. So I seek my sovereignty. The powers that be endorse poverty. Their cynical way of mocking me up and locking me up in prison to enhance a monetary appetite to rob and steal so I'll get a job and become part of a systematic experience that feeds the machine, huh? This bankrupt queen child is steamrolled, man, by its own effect or neglect. With a C said, I call her a reject. Her greed is as high as Mount Everest. Her petals have fallen along with her necklace. The blood she shed when she treated minorities, kings, and queens like nothing? Really, like nothing? Now, who needs a medic? Doctor, I'm calling. America is sick. Sick in the heart. Sick in the head. Ravaged from within like being pulled apart. Her lips have been silenced, her hands covered in violence. She's cutting herself, depleting her wealth. As my ancestors shout, man, system's gone down. System's gone down. Man, system's gone down. We all experience karma and the fall of the crown. The fall of the crown is the falling down of an economic structure that was rooted in wickedness, that was rooted in oppression, that was rooted in a bad mentality. You don't plant a negative seed into a positive soil and expect a positive result. We cannot do that. We don't pull off Bernie Madoffs. You know, you can't plant a Bernie Madoff and think that you're going to reap some kind of, you know, good harvest. You know what Bernie Madoff did? He made off with the money of a lot of hardworking people, man, that put all their retirements into that little old Ponzi scheme. Well, what if I told you that the economic structure is really a Ponzi scheme if you don't know what you're doing in that economic structure? If you don't know what you're doing, why would you put all of your money into somebody else's hands to invest it for you? Come on now, really? All right. Now, you don't know anything about economics, but you know enough to go and put your money in somebody's hands without even doing the homework. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to get you, because the economic launching pad was set up with multiple objectives. All right? Multiple. But you never want to go and put all your eggs in one basket when you don't even know what basket they're going into. Anybody can tell you a story and show you a vision. You see? Anyone can tell you a story and show you a vision. They call that TV, in case you don't know. All right? And they can sell you all the way to the Apple Security System. They can sell you all the way to a galaxy you don't even see. And then what? When you take all your money and you buy a ticket for the ride that you expected to come and it never comes, who are you going to blame? They were talking to you about what? About doubling what? You got to be careful. Just do your homework. You can't blame everyone for your mistake. Now, I love America, but I love America enough to wait for a president or to wait for someone to come and even better the system that we have. Because it's not that the system is broke, but the people that are amending it, a lot of them don't have our good intentions, you know, in that amendment. And like they say that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Well, you do the math. Wake up, America. Wake up and do your homework. Wake up and think. You don't go to work all of your life to invest money into a fantasy. You don't go planning your future into a plume of smoke, into a cloud of smoke, because it's going to end up into a cloud of dust sometimes. And then you can't blame nobody. And the cool part about what Bernie Madoff did, then they only recovered like $55 million. Out of, I don't know how many billion, out of 56 billion, they only recovered like 55 million. Come on, man, really? Where's all that money at? And all they got was Bernie. He was just the fall guy? You know, honestly.